Hello everyone, welcome to Pillars of Eternity, The White March, Part 1 and 2. It's got both parts in it, and we're gonna start a new game. We're gonna do it on maximum difficulty, and it's gonna be another journey. This is a huge game. This is an enormous game. It's probably the longest. Actually, it's not. Morrowind is Morrowind is crazy. But yeah, one of the longest games I've played on the channel. Probably the second longest. I did 160 something episodes of this, and I didn't do everything, and I did read a bunch of stuff. We're not gonna read all the things here on stream. I don't know if I need to change my camera positioning, but for right now, what we'll do, what this stream will mostly be about, is about talking about just riffing on the strategies and riffing on the world as well, but character creation above everything for right now anyway. We're gonna spend at least an hour messing around with character creation, so whether you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch right now with me live, or anywhere else, I guess, welcome on in, and let's do this thing. Start a new game, playing the Path of the Damned. That's quite important. And I'm thinking expert mode. It doesn't really tell me what the helper features are, because I don't remember any helper features. Players should want to rely on their own faculties and intuition whilst playing the game should play expert mode. Is that like something to do with journal? With the journal? That'd be interesting, but I don't think I want that. This option is selected when you start a new game. It cannot be enabled in-game, and if disabled, cannot be re-enabled in that game. I didn't try that yet, so yeah, basically how it works. We did the Let's Play on hard difficulty, which was actually hard, and I couldn't get, there was a single battle that I couldn't win on hard difficulty when I did my my Let's Play. But I really didn't understand the system completely. Well, I understood it better than I did the first time I played it, to be honest. But there were things that I could have done better on hard and on the Let's Play for the channel. For Path of the Damned, basically gives them more health. It's gonna be all about just knowing the system fully and having a good character, having good characters as well on us, and yeah. So welcome on in, Harris. How's it going? Oh, that's bad, man. That's bad that your CPU and motherboard failed. Not well. Glad that you were back over here, and yeah, let's start creating characters and all that sort of stuff, because that's what this stream is going to be about, as I was saying. Path of the Damned, maximum difficulty. It's right in the stream title, so let's do this thing. Let me know if the volumes are a little bit...
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course.
Yeah. You know what? We need to get the volumes properly. We need to get the volumes properly there, or working properly. I think it's the voice volume that might not be in the right spot. Voice volume is maximum. Let's bring this up to 50, so I can then bring the music volume down to 40, and the effects volume, yeah, this is good enough. I mean, the soundtrack is very, very lovely, but we want to hear things. You never have you played, Harris? Have you played Path of the Damned? Have you played Pillars of Eternity? Yeah, let's do this again. It doesn't... There it is.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, so that's our starting situation. Let's create our character. I think I have a name for my character, but I don't know. I don't have races. I don't have attributes. I don't have classes and anything. Well, actually, I do have classes, and I did have a race. I wanted to go with a godlike. I wanted to go with a godlike cipher. But let's see what we have to do. There's a lot of stuff to read in this game. I remember the first time I played it, I spent like 4 hours just reading all this stuff and thinking about all the stuff and creating different characters, because I remember I created a single character so I could get into the game and see what it was all about. There's a lot of stuff right at the beginning, so there's like all these sort of stuff. I'm not gonna go too much into detail here, unless stuff that actually matters. Like, for example, the difference between male and female doesn't actually matter too much, although there's a distinction in the cultures of the game. Some cultures do matter. They do change. I think it says over there. They have a more of a different social standing for males and females, and it depends on the race. I said culture, but I think it also depends on the race, because there's two things. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go with male just because I'm male, so let's go with that. Now the races here is what I really want to focus on here. So we have basically bonuses to these things, and I need to figure out exactly how it works, because I haven't looked at the builds and I want to do my own build. So basically that's what this stream is about. Okay, so basically these are the different stats that we have. Let's choose human for right now. Fighter, choose that. And here we have the attributes, so I can see what we have, and you can see the bonuses are applied immediately. There it is. So basically, you have a minimum of 3, and then you have a bonus on top of that, depending on race and depending on cultures and all that sort of stuff. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but anyway, these little stars are just to tell you what you need more for each class and all that sort of stuff. So let's see, might. It basically it's damage, the potential. It might represent a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. During interactions, it can... Yeah, it's also for intimidation and stuff. It can be useful for intimidating displays and acts of brute force. In combat, it... also interactions means also text adventures, because we have text adventures in this game. So, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Mitsuma. I don't know if it shows that you arrived, but you have arrived. Let's see. So basically, in combat, it contributes both damage and healing, as well as fortitude defense. Now, I want to see what damage is, so I can look at that over here. There are 8 damage types, which is actually something that a lot of people have a problem with this system, and I do as well. There's too many damage types. And it's too finicky, and that's why I find the Path of the Damned, the maximum difficulty playthrough that I'm doing right now, to be interesting. I hope that it's gonna be interesting. So let's see. There's slash, pierce, crush, burn, shock, corrode, freeze, and raw. So damage types are used to determine how easily a target resists damage and that type of damage based on their reduction or damage reductions. A character or suits of armor may be very resistant to one type of damage, very vulnerable to others, which is good. It's realistic, it's interesting. Some weapons are or attacks may do multiple damage types or list an or between their damage types. When an or is listed, this is important, the attack will always do the damage type that the target is most vulnerable to. Raw, which makes sense as well. Raw damage is the only damage type that ignores all damage reduction and is generally associated with poisons and similar effects. And also, I think there's some magic spells that do this, and that's why I want to go with a cipher, because the cipher is a really interesting class for that. So basically, that's damage. Fortitude over here. This is this is not an attribute. This is an actual stat. So let's see. Fortitude resists attacks on the internal physical system of the character, poison, disease, etc. It is defined by the character's class, level, might, and constitution, but can also be influenced by other effects. Okay, so it basically is what the endurance was, like damage resistance for specific checks, I think. if I remember correctly, it's actually... it's a stat. We'll see how that goes. So recommended for fighter, it says it's recommended. Okay, Constitution over here. So, Constitution is a combination of the character's overall health and stamina. Although it is not used much in interactions, it is sometimes checked to withstand pain or endure a physically taxing ordeal, which should actually not be the case because we have Fortitude for that. But anyway, in the well, sometimes maybe. Anyway, in combat, it affects maximum health and endurance, which are two different things with a pretty cool health system that this game has. We'll look into that. It's very, very cool. I really like it. Maximum health and endurance. So it says over here what it is. Health is long-term damage only regained through rest and certain talents, which is actually pretty good that there are talents that can regain your health. Damage that is not absorbed by the character damage reduction goes straight to their health and endurance. So it is very confusing that it says that. Health and endurance. It should say health or endurance, or endurance, because the problem is endurance is always consumed first, and then health after that, I think. And I think that's how it goes, and that's the difference between the two things. It's pretty interesting. When a character's health reaches 0, they will be maimed or killed, depending on the game setting, so they will be killed on my setting. A maimed character who is reduced to 0 health will always be killed, regardless of settings. I'll need to check into that. Unlike endurance, the character's health does not get restored after combat, but characters have much larger health values than endurance values. That's also a pretty important thing. Endurance represents a character's short-term survivability. Damage that is not absorbed by a character's damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. So basically, it's usually take damage to that. Potions and healing magic, such as a paladin, priest, or druid, can restore endurance in combat. When a character's endurance reaches 0, he or she will be should say they, but sure, they will be knocked out. A knocked out character can be brought back in combat through the use of a revive ability. Otherwise, they get revived immediately after combat. Otherwise, characters will regain. That's what it says. Okay. So that's Constitution. Seems pretty simple. But it says right there what it affects. So it does, yeah, you see how important these stats are, because it does, each point of this does 3% damage change based on the 10? Yeah, 10 medium. So it's not actually 3%. If you read, like, for example, the difference between this and this is less than the difference between this and this in outright damage, just because, you know, differentials and all that sort of stuff. Wait a minute. I'm right in that, am I? Because the problem with this sort of thing is that you get diminishing returns. Because like, for example, at 118, you have, let's say you do 100 damage on your weapon. So at 118, sorry, at 18 might, you get 124 damage because you have a 100 weapon. So if you add 1 point over here, you have 127, which is less than 3% more than the 124. So you're getting less than 3% damage increase by going from 18 to 19. But that doesn't happen, for example, over here. So over here you have 100 damage because it's normal damage, it's normal weapon damage. So if you add 1, you actually get a 3% increase. And then over here you add another 3% base, but it's cumulative, it's decreasing. I mean, it's still decent. But yeah, it's decreasing. It's interesting that it's like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Dexterity. Oh, also this one. Endurance and health, and then fortitude. It says over there. Minus 14 fortitude, but that's because we have it all dropped down. Then we have dexterity over here. It is an abstraction of a character's hand-eye coordination. This is, for me, I think, dexterity is the most... Maybe intelligence is a little bit more complicated, but dexterity is really complicated in character systems, because there's character systems that take dexterity, they take some have dodge, some have speed, some have and sometimes they have dexterity and agility in both. This actually doesn't have that, but just has the one, so it is very much an abstraction. And high coordinations, balance, and overall grace. In interactions, it can be used for sleight of hand and fast reactions. In combat, we might actually steal stuff. Let's go with that. Let's go with a thief. That sounds good to me. Or we could get one. Is there any thief? I'm trying to think of the characters that accompany us. I can't actually remember of any character that is a thief. I think there is one. I don't remember. It can be used for sleight of hand and fast reactions in combat. It affects the character's action speeds with all attacks. So it is a very important stat because action speed is all very, very important. Not just for spellcasters, but for everybody because you just attack faster. The problem with that is that dexterity, or the attack speed, with heavy armor actually goes down. So I think that makes dexterity more important. So basically, heavy armor will make you slower, like very, very slow, like 50% slower. That's pretty drastic. So Cypher is looking good. I want to go with a Cypher. So action speed and minus reflex. Let's see what reflex is for. Reflex defense allows... Oh, it's a type of defense. That's right. Because there's 4 types of defenses. That's what Fortitude is. Fortitude is one type of defense. Reflex is another. I think reflex is for, yeah, AoE attacks. So that's a different type of defense. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy. I like that there's so much depth to this. That's why I want to do this playthrough. But that's crazy. Let's see what perception is. Represents a character's senses as well as their instinctive ability to pick up on details. Very much inspired by, well, I say it's inspired by, but it's very much like the perception in Fallout, which is also those two things, which are different things. In interactions, it can be used to catch someone in a lie, to make an observant comment about their appearance, or to notice something happening in the background. In combat, it contributes to accuracy, the reflex defense, so another reflex one, and grants a bonus to interrupt. Interrupt is a different thing that is really, really good, actually. Determines how likely a damaging attack is to delay their opponent's current or next action. So it's a likely roll. The roll uses an interrupt value from the attacker, okay, derived from perception, that is then compared to the target's concentration, derived from resolve. So it's perception versus resolve, effectively. D100 roll is made, adding the interrupt. If the result is higher than the concentration, the target plays a hit reaction and their current action is delayed. So it is, if you have a very high perception, you always get an interrupt. That's interesting. And basically, if you have a very low concentration, it's very likely that you're going to be interrupted all the time. But that makes sense. So it's good. The target plays a hit reaction and their current action is delayed. Okay, yeah, that's normal. The duration of the delay is determined by the interrupt strength listed on the weapon or attack. Yeah, I know. An interrupt applied to a character already suffering from an interrupt with a longer duration, will have no effect. Okay, so that's actually very important because they don't stack, and that would be interesting if they did. And actually, I would like that to happen. In a game like this, that would be fantastic, because we could make some very interesting builds because of that. Okay, intelligence. Intellect, actually not intelligence, represents a character's logic and reasoning capabilities. In interactions, it can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to the will defense, which is another thing, and I think that's against magic and stuff, and influences durations and areas of effect for all abilities and talents. So area of effects for all talents and abilities. It's interesting because it works as well for physical damages and all that, and for duration. Like, you make somebody bleed, but you are not very intelligent, so they will bleed for very little. The will defense opposes attacks that are mentally based. Example, spells that mentally paralyzes the target. So it's basically a will, save versus will and stuff. If it is defined by a character's class, level, intellect, and resolve, but may also be influenced by other effects. So looking forward to that. Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and emotional intensity they can project to others. And the emotional intensity they can project to others. It can be useful for mental intimidation, which is apparently different from mighty intimidation, because that's different. It's like, look at my shoulders. And this one is not. Let's look at my brain. Leadership and conveying performances. In combat, it helps characters maintain concentration, and so it also affects concentration. Oh yeah, it only affects concentration. That's what it says. And contributes to the will and deflection defenses. Deflection is another defense that we have. Is the defense used to resist direct melee and ranged attacks against the character that are not area of effect. So we have the 4 defenses that we have over here. We have deflection, which works for all the single target attacks except for mentally based attacks, which is the will defense. And then you have reflex, which is for all AoE attacks, including, I believe, magical attacks. And then you have the fortitude, which is for poisons and specific things that apparently can't get through any other. It's like just a default sort of defense. It's defined by the character's class, level, and resolve, but may also be influenced by shields, certain weapons, talents, and other effects from spells or items. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's just for concentration and deflection. Well, actually, deflection is pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, actually. So I've always felt that this was a very balanced stat pool. The problem with the stat pool is that it's very hard to know. It's very hard. There's too many. There's too few attributes. So you can't really focus. You want everything. That's the thing. You want everything. So you want to go to middle of the road all the time. But anyway, let's go back over here to races. So we have our bonuses over here. So what do I want to have as a bonus? The bonus don't really matter all that much. What does matter is what I'm gonna go with as maximum. So for a cipher, a recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, which is an area of the world, ciphers were once called actually it could be Bruchalgwyn, Mind Hunters, by the Glanfathans. Oh, the Glanfathans. This game has very weird names. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate other person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. I can't wait until Pillars of Eternity 2 comes out, because I really want to see how it worked. It went on. Because one of the things that I really, really don't like about this setting, not as in a writing perspective, but just a lot of people really don't like messing with people's soul. And I know that sounds like, duh. No, duh. It's really just, it's Luddites? It's not really Luddites. They don't feel technology. They fear science. And that's the problem. Because we'll see that in the storyline, but it's not good. Starting abilities, powers. Ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of their soul whip, which is something that I haven't really figured out yet. And they get stealth, allows the character of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. So that sounds good. That sounds good. They're very smart people because they study, they have lore as well, and they have mechanics. So we could get a cipher thief. I think that's going to be a good thing. And then basically these are the bonuses and all that. I think there's the starting skills more than anything. Stealth, lore, and mechanics. Yeah, these are skills. So it's not really, you can have skills. I think you can have skills on any class. So this one is a fairly balanced class. I think I like it because it's a thief thing. It's not really a rogue. Stealth and mechanics. Yeah, the rogue is more for lockpicking, but the cipher has that nice lore thing. The lore allows us, actually I should see that, represents a character's accumulated miscellaneous knowledge and trivia, often of occult or esoteric topics. Outside of conversations and scripted interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Yeah, so that's something that we're definitely going to need to use, is scrolls. I barely used any in my Let's Play, and I was playing on hard. So now I'm playing on Path of the Damned. I really need to, I will need to cook and stuff. It's going to be really, really attention to detail. So let's see. So that's the cipher. The things that really do change are these things over here. So basically he's low everywhere because this is like a wizard. Yeah, as you can tell, the wizard is even worse. My god. How about the monk? Yeah, we're gonna get a monk. Very cool monk. Very cool character as well. I'm looking forward to meeting all these guys again because they are very, very interesting. So we have some amount of deflection, but some amount of deflection. It's not terrible. Over here we have a chanter. We are gonna get a chanter. Chanters are really weird classes to play. I'm not really sure I like them. And then we have the more focused, I think the fighter is is really the monk? Really? Nah, they're the same. It just changes a little bit. On the deflection side of things, the fighter is the best, and that's because the fighters are meant as defensive classes, whereas the barbarian are meant as aggressive classes. So you can see here that they're very different in this. They have a lot of endurance, whereas the fighters are a little bit more... they're more regarding the defense and less regarding the health. They're cool as well. Let's go with ciphers here. So I'm gonna need to focus on... So basically, not getting into combat. Accuracy decent is actually not too bad. That's not too bad. Cloud, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. How's it going? So the rogue probably has a little bit of accuracy. Yeah, the rogue is quite a lot more accurate. So I think our cipher is really just gonna focus on the spells and skills that he has, rather than abilities, rather than fighting. So that's gonna make things pretty simple. We're gonna go with whatever for right now. It's gonna make things pretty simple because we are gonna need... What am I gonna focus on? Well, highly recommended for ciphers. That's the intellect. Why dexterity? Oh, because of attack speed. That's another thing. So I want something that allows me for reflex. Yeah. So we're gonna need maximum dexterity. No, actually maximum intellect. I want that as much as possible, especially for durations. There's some very, very nice abilities that a cipher have for buffs and for debuffs that are really, really cool. And will. Yeah. So I'm gonna write down my things. And it's just a blank piece of paper here for me to write down things so I can strategize here. So I'm definitely gonna need intellect. That's the maximum one I want. Intellect. So this is because of the class bonuses and all this sort of stuff that I really want to focus on. Perception doesn't really matter, although accuracy, I think accuracy affects spellcasting as well. Accuracy is part of almost every attack. It influences how likely the attack is to affect the target. Accuracy is defined primarily by a character's class and level, but is also influenced by perception, talents, and other active effects, such as spells or items. When an attack is made, the accuracy is compared to the appropriate defense on a target to be determined how the attack roll will be modified, because there's 4 different types of attacks. There's a complete miss, there's the criticals, and there's the glances, and there's the... No, actually, there might be only 3. Are there critical misses? I don't know. But anyway, it might say over there. Yeah, graze and miss, so there it is. Hit and crit, graze and miss, that's the one. So when an attack is made, it doesn't say that it's for spells. I'm pretty sure it's not for spells. I don't think accuracy matters for spells. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. But let's hope that it doesn't. I don't think it does. So I'm not going to need perception all that much, or dexterity, I should say. No, actually, I need dexterity. I just don't need perception all that much. So perception is really not important. Dexterity is good, and I really would like dexterity. I'm just going to write it over here, dex. That should be okay. Might is pretty good, because we're going to need also a big amount of damage if we want to go that route. And I kind of want to. But it's not going to be... It really isn't the be-all, end-all sort of thing. So it's sort of, if I can get a bonus there, I don't think I'm going to max that out, so it doesn't matter. As for Constitution, we're not going to go... We're going to min-max, most likely. But the problem is, it's... I mean, I need anything that's for reflex. I need Constitution as well, pretty much. So let's get Constitution. And then reflex. That's the problem with perception. No, yeah. So that's the problem with perception. You see, this is the thing with this system. You want everything, but I just basically need to go with tiers over here. So I want Constitution because that's important for. That's just important. Actually, I might not want too much Constitution. Let's not go with that. Let's go with Perception first. So I'm gonna add that. Perception and Resolve. Resolve is good. Do I want Perception or do I want Resolve? I think I want to Resolve first. Resolve, Perception, and Constitution. Yeah, that's the order. Intellect at first. I want maximum, that one. Dexterity and Might are 2 things that I really will invest heavily. Probably like get up about 16 if I can. I don't know how many points I will get. And then we have Resolve and Perception that cannot be really discarded. And then Constitution, which I'm probably going to run with very, very low numbers. So let's go with that. So, our race. I want intellect. So who's the smartest? That's as simple as that. And all the races have backgrounds, and they come from places. Like, for example, over here, the humans. The humans are everywhere, really. They come from Valian republics, which are sort of a trading republics, mercantile power, and former colony of a larger, more ancient nation, the Old Valia. So they have this sort of aspirations for for returning to their roots, but some people don't. So there's like politics coming from countries that the game doesn't even take place on. It's pretty awesome. Deerwood is the nation that it's actually the area where we go. I think it's all Deerwood. We might go to the Aedir Empire or something. I don't know. I can't really tell the differences between countries. I think it's all in Deerwood. But that's humans over there. The Amawa come from I think the archipelago of somewhere found in or near oceans. Yeah, it might not be from there. I think they some of them are. These are like huge creatures that are really, really powerful. They're smart. They're like they're not dumb by default. Over here we have the dwarves. Dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood and Valiant Republics of almost any colonized lands. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them. I would like them to be a little bit less stocky, because that's the reason why I never played. Well, I rarely play with shorties, is because they are very stocky. They're that sort of look, and I don't like it. It's not as cool. And elves are different. They're smaller than humans, by the way. So elves are the dominant race in Airglanfath, which is the other country I think that we get to. The White That Went, which is also the expansion. I think we go there. Yeah, we definitely go there. And are extremely common in Deerwood and Aedir. Elver, because that's the Aediran Empire. That was all elves, I think. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence. Yeah, right there. They're good for stuff like that. Spellcasters are pretty decent as well. So we have our intellect. No, we don't have any intellect over here. Does nobody have extra intellect? Aww. Oh, well, we'll see. Yeah, we do. It's the godlikes. That's what I said. Orlans are the... Oh, yeah, didn't I play as an Orlan? Orlan are really cool. Orlans are basically goblin-like creatures. They're really spirits of the wood more than anything. And different ones that will have different capabilities and all that. This guy and his longsword right there, he's ready for stuff. That actually wouldn't be a bad weapon for an Orlan, being a shorty like that. But I'm gonna go with a godlike because these guys are amazing. I think I have portraits. If I don't have portraits, I will get them, because there's some very, very cool portraits made by fans for this game. So the godlike. These are the children of the Kith, which are the civilized races. Which actually, I think the Orlans are not Kith. They are. So civilized race, oh, but yes, that's right, because there's other races that actually have countries and, well, not countries, I guess, but like tribes and social formations, but there's a discrimination against them because they're just savages. The other races, like, you know, like, what's the word? In Dungeons and Dragons, there's Hobgoblins, for example. They're still races, they're just not civilized. But yeah, that's what I mean. So they are the children of the Kith who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods. So these guys can't wear helmets because they have a weird head. Though some do not consider it a blessing, yes. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant, or abhorrent? Shouldn't it be abhorrent? Or maybe it is. I know what it means, but anyway. Head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is nearly impossible to find anything that fits. Yeah, that's so gamey right there, because you'd make something. You'd have like it's just a blanket, except, of course, if you have stuff like this, you wouldn't really want to put a blanket on that, because it would burn, or whatever that is. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. Oh, yeah. Actually, I could play... Let's play a girl. If I'm gonna be a godlike. I don't have portraits for females, though. Let's go with that. Yeah, if I'm gonna inspire fear and wonder, then I'm gonna be I don't know what I'm gonna be, because there's 4 types of godlikes. I don't think the expansions actually added... any new... types and all that sort of stuff. I think basically it's still the same, which is actually a shame. I would have enjoyed... Yeah, there's 4 types. Okay, so we have +1 intellect. That's pretty good. And these guys will add... No, these are basically... Oh, boy. I can't see I can't zoom in. I'm sorry, guys. I can't zoom in. Oh, by the way, my face is in front of voice. That's the only thing that you guys are missing, but that's fine. So, death godlike are the most distrusted of their kind. Strange growths cover their eyes, or in some cases, entire face, giving them a sinister appearance. The growths are transparent for the godlike, but opaque from the outside, hiding their features. Death godlike are commonly killed at birth because many cultures consider them the harbingers of doom. Okay, so she actually looks really, really awesome. I think we can change our face later, but she looks really, really cool. So if you want a cool character, go with a Death Godlike. When Death Godlike attack an enemy with 25% or less endurance, their damage is increased. So that's interesting. Not really for a Cypher. I'm gonna say no. That looks really cool, but no. This also looks pretty awesome. The bodies of fire godlike often resemble hot metal, burnt wood or stone, with harmless flames that erupt from the cracks in their skin. That's so awesome that it's harmless. It's so awesome. Drayden, welcome to the stream. Welcome on in. How's it going? Many locals believe that they have the power to awaken volcanoes, or that killing one will cause a volcano to awaken. Oh, that sounds interesting. In the Driftwood, which is a country, as I said before, fire godlikes are often seen as a sign of the blessing of Maegren, goddess of war and fire. Battleforged, so basically she gets Battleforged. When produced below 50% endurance, fire godlikes glow like metal in a forge, gaining damage reduction and doing a small amount of fire damage to any creature who hits them in melee. So again, very, very interesting creatures for frontline attacks. Don't really want that. Don't really want that. We have the moon godlike. Oh, she has like a sort of an aura and stuff. Moon godlike are the most tolerated of the godlike, while their skin tone and a large moon-like growth on their foreheads, and also their back of their heads, I suppose, foreheads may be strange to some, their appearances are generally considered more palatable by the other kith. Sailors have many beliefs about moon godlike and their propensity to bring luck, though there is little agreement as to what kind of luck they tend to bring. So every encounter, when reduced below 75%, 50%, and 25% endurance, moon godlike generate waves of healing moonlight that restore endurance to them and their allies. So that is pretty interesting, and I like that. That might be our class right there. Drayden, yeah, we're starting this game. We're creating our class. We're gonna spend most of the stream here creating classes and reading about these guys. So this game is like Baldur's Gate. If you've never played Baldur's Gate is like... Yeah. Yeah. You've never played Baldur's Gate? Propensity, I know. So nature godlike. Ooh, she looks bullish. Nature godlike appear to be a fusion of human and animal features, often covered by plants, moss, or fungi. This has led to common stigma that they are diseased, and many are killed at birth because of it. Many druidic orders have a keen interest in nature godlike because of their general curiosity as to how souls occupy animals, plants, and stones. And this is actually a very, very important aspect of this world. And it's really, really cool, and just adds to... I'm really looking forward to Pillars of Eternity 2. So she has Wellspring of Life, grants a bonus to Might, Constitution, Dexterity, and Endurance when health is below 50%. So I'm gonna go with the Moon Godlike, simply because it's the only one that has these things. We're playing on maximum difficulty, so I really need to maximize my abilities. So I can change my body type. Oh, that's right, because these godlikes can be any race. But it doesn't matter who I am. So I could be an Orlan. I don't, they're not that stocky though, so that's good. Because look at the difference. It's like, oh! Okay, we have humans, and we have elves. I like that the humans have bigger legs in general. So I'm gonna go with that. I think I played an elf in my Let's Play. Yeah, it's Path of the Exile, or Exile, yeah, that's the one that's like Diablo. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, right there. We're not gonna see our character a lot, but still, human is human. So, our class is gonna be a Cypher. I want a Cypher, that's gonna be it. And now, for our abilities. This is something that we're gonna need to focus on a lot. Antipathetic Field creates a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual antipathy between the Cypher and the enemy target. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. So it requires 10 focus, which is what it's basically her mana. The speed is average, the range is 15 meters, and the duration is 6 seconds. But is that on an area of effect? Corrode damage on a beam. Versus 20% beam damage over 12 seconds. I don't know what that is. Why is that? Why does he do that? Accuracy versus reflex. Okay, so I need accuracy. See, I was telling you. Spells also matter for accuracy. So this is the damage dealer. It's actually pretty good damage right there. 13 to 20 is pretty decent. What do I have over here? Yeah, I know, Cloud. Yeah, it's true. It just does... It's sort of an AoE, because it is effectively, but anyway. Ice Strike shocks an enemy's visual receptors, dazing, which is very important, and blinding. And all these stats, we're going to read on them. I think I remember them, but anyway. And blinding them as well as blinding nearby targets. So it is accuracy versus fortitude plus 10. Actually, these have a... This one has a... This one, so Antipathetic Field actually doesn't have a bonus to accuracy. This one does. Plus 10 right there versus Fortitude. And sets Blinded. Accuracy is reduced by 25 for all sources. Perception is reduced by 4. Movement is reduced by 2. Reflex and deflections are reduced by 20. So this has a very much... It's just a debuff because it doesn't actually do damage. And for AoE... Wait a minute. Oh, as well as blinding AoE... yeah, so it also has a pretty good accuracy because it's just such a... This is interesting. I like this one. So the dazed one, dazed victim's accuracy is reduced by 10, dexterity, perception, and intellect are all reduced by 2, and attack speed is reduced by 15. So they basically get slumbery and all that. So Ice Strike is really cool, and I think I'm gonna need that a lot if I'm gonna play on maximum difficulty, because I am gonna play on maximum difficulty. So Ice Strike is definitely something I am gonna get. Mind Wave, I remember playing with Mind Wave and Soul Shock when I first played this game, and that was before the Let's Play that I did. Target becomes the object of a concussive blast of psychic energy, suffering raw damage from the trauma. Characters in a conical area behind the target failing a fortitude check are knocked prone from the blast. So this is very interesting, but it doesn't actually work as well as I wanted to work most of the time. Let's see. So this is accuracy plus 10 versus will, and on the AoE sets them to prone. They basically cannot take actions. Accuracy plus 5 versus fortitude, which is, it's what it is. So a lot of accuracy here required, all things considered. Less than intellect itself. The interrupt right there. Okay, so this is a damage dealer, and it does decent damage, and it also bypasses armor, so that's pretty good. I'm probably gonna go with the Mind Wave. Let's see what the Soul Shock is for. We only have 2 slots, though. Drayden, I don't remember. You don't really deal with weight too much in this game. It's not really a problem because there's basically a cart that you carry around that's all invisible and just it's not very thing. But usually I just put if there's an option I put stuff in metric. Yeah. So the Soul Shock briefly transforms the outer shell of an allied target's soul into energy, releasing an electrical burst around them. That sounds pretty awesome. That's the in-game explanation. Characters standing in the area around the target take shock damage. So that's why. Soul Shock is good. Yeah. Soul Shock is good, but I'm gonna go without it. Because it's an AoE sort of attack for everybody but that character. Whisper. Let's see what Whisper... Oh, Whisper is good. Whisper is really good. Mind Wave is just a damage dealer. And setting characters to prone. Yeah. I remember Whisper. Let's see. Tenuous Grasp. Assails the target's grasp on reality, frightening and confusing them. Sets them frightened and confused. Frightened for 15 seconds. What does that do? Resolve and dexterity are reduced by 2 and accuracy reduced by 10. But confused actually makes the character behave erratically. Every 6 seconds, the target checks randomly to do one of the following. Behave normally, attack an ally, walk in random direction, or do nothing. So that's good, but that's not an AoE. I would like that to be an AoE. I'm not gonna go with Tenuous Grasp. Let's see what this one imparts. A bedeviling secret to an enemy that causes its allegiance to bend, charming them for the duration. And we're talking 10 seconds to be charmed. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's accuracy. It's always accuracy. It's interesting. Versus will on an interrupt over there as well. Apparently it's got interrupt. Why does it have interrupt? It shouldn't have an interrupt. That's weird. I guess just it does something. That's yeah. So yeah, I think you're right. Ice Strike and Whisper of Treason, both of them seem pretty good because it's just crowd control. And I always have a tendency of going with damage dealers. And I think crowd control is going to be really good in general. Because we're going to have people to fight. Just need to kind of stay back here and just do our thing. That sounds very good. Thank you, Cloud. I'm going to follow your suggestions. And here we are with our stats, all minimum. So we have already a bonus to dexterity and already a bonus to intellect. So we could use the bonus to intellect to the full extent of our abilities. The duration is going to increase, and that's pretty good, right? Like, so basically it's 18 plus 1. So let's see, this is for action speed. Do I have anything? That's for perception right there. So might, I'm probably going to go with a little bit less might now. If I'm not going to be, because I'm not going to be that damage dealing. So let's go with a fair one. Let's just stay with that. So dexterity, I need dexterity. So let's bring dexterity up to maximum, and then I'm gonna take away from it if I need for other things, which I probably will need. So I'm gonna need perception and resolve. I'm gonna need resolve a little bit more. Sounds good to me. This looks good to me. It's not really min-maxing or anything, but yeah. We're gonna have other people to do damage. We're not gonna need might a whole lot. I mean, it's good for defense and all that, but that's that. We have resolve mostly for our will defense, and concentration is also important. I think perception might be more important. My perception might be more important. Let's go with perception. Icy Bear, welcome to the stream. Why do I always scrap Constitution? That might be just an inherent bias on me. I grew up playing RPGs, saves coming a lot. Like, very, very, a lot. Just a lot. And I'm also very stingy with healing items and stuff like that. I like having Constitution. I like having Constitution on certain characters, but the thing for me, Constitution is more of a fallback. So, in my mind, I think if I need to explain it, in my mind, it's always, if I know how to play the game properly, I don't need Constitution. And the thing is, that is actually how it works for a lot of games. Not for all the games, but for a lot of games, that is how it works. I would say for this game, it isn't. But so yeah, let's go with this. Let's just not go so far down in Constitution, because for this game you actually get the Fortitude, which is important for some stuff. But yeah, the reason is, if you know how to play the game properly, you don't need Constitution. That doesn't mean I know how to play the game properly. It just means that my ego is going to say, oh, I know how to play the game properly, so don't go with Constitution. So it's like, how do the pros do it? No Constitution. So that's how, yeah. Yeah, but if I am the tank, I'm going to need extra Constitution, especially in a game like this. So we'll see. It's a sacrifice to intellect. That's also true. I really usually go with high intellect, but that's also to do with character interactions and all that sort of stuff. So I think this is, yeah, thank you ICBR for the input. Hopefully that's gonna mean the difference between life and death. I'm playing on maximum difficulty, bear in mind, so maybe I should have maximum Constitution, because that's the other thing. When you go with high difficulties, you usually need a lot more, but we'll see. We'll see. So, oh, and there we go. We have our culture, which is also pretty interesting. A lot of stuff to read over here, and you can still change something else. You can get an extra point, and I'm gonna go with intellect. Actually, I would argue that these points should be 2, not 1, because culture is very, very important, more so than race, I would say, at least normally, right? Old Valia. Oh, we're from Old Valia, because I'm going with intellect. That's why. There's something here that's duplicated. Perception, resolve, dexterity, resolve. It's resolve, it's twice. From Adir and from the Ixamitl plains, but we're coming from Old Valia. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the Old Valian countries are still forces to be reckoned with, and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. No, Cloud. Excuse me. That doesn't have to do with the dexterity, or sorry, with the difficulty. It's an actual other option, and that's iron mode or something or other. I didn't choose those. I just went with maximum difficulty because if I chose those, that would be this stream, because I'm gonna die. Oh boy. So there we go. We have 1 extra intelligence. Can I click? Can I see that? I can. Sounds like Bravos. It does a little bit, doesn't it? The problem with Bravos is that it's actually the origins of Bravos is a little bit of a sideways thing. Sort of they had all their cities, and then Bravos just stood out because they were a little bit of a mixed bag. But it does sound a little bit like that. They are also coastal cities that trade a lot, and they have a lot of politics going on. Over here we have our background, and this is actually gonna affect our choices and stuff. So you have extra stealth and lore. That sounds interesting to me. It's dissident. You've made a name for yourself as a troublemaker, which is good because I'm sort of a thief. Disrespect for authority and a lack of care regarding the rules are recurring themes in your life. Okay, sounds good to me. We have a bunch of lore over here. Aristocrat and artist. We have survival. That's pretty important as well because we do stuff when we sleep. Stealth and mechanics might be actually better for me, to be honest. A drifter. Let's go with that, maybe. Stealth and survival. Lore and mechanics. You've traded goods from all over the world, bearing a merchant. So I'm gonna go with a drifter. You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road, traveling the world, which would fit me as a godlike. So I think that's good. Now, for our appearances, that's the death godlike that we have. Let's see what we have. I think I might have some custom portraits around here somewhere. Let's see. They are all at the end. But I don't think I have them. No. I don't think I have them. Or maybe I have them and they're all male or something. I don't know. Okay. No, I don't think so. So she is pretty cool. I like that portrait. This is just a cool portrait. I like it a lot. Oh, that's the same one right there. This one is not as like... this is lovely. So that's the Death God-like. Pretty cool. Just really, really interesting. Over here we have another Death God-like, I would say. Most likely. How did I find Alex, Cloud? I find that it's much easier to get into than Reason, the first one. But it doesn't mean that it's gonna be a good game. I recorded 4 episodes so far. And I'm in the city, and it's cool. It's cool. I can't really tell you if it is. I have no idea if it's gonna be worth the money. I didn't pay for it, by the way. That was given to me by the publisher. So yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But if you want my without playing it opinion, I would have waited for reviews if I had to pay for the game. And if the developer hadn't sent me the game, I wouldn't be playing it on the channel. A hooded lady. Yeah. The problem with the hooded... Oh, the problem I see here is that godlikes cannot use headgear. So a hooded lady wouldn't fit. The hood... Yeah. That Pigman King, welcome to the stream as well. The hood... The problem... Yeah, that's a problem with that. This can't be because I can't... I'm sorry. I would like that. I would like that. But I can't. This is an animal. This is the other nature godlike. Okay. And we have the fire godlike. 2 fire godlikes. And we have a moon godlike over here. Yeah, we just have 2 portraits that we can go with. But I can do something. This one looks actually kind of close to what we see over there. This one is a little bit less. Let me look online. So I can do this. Yes, I can. And I can look online to see if I have Pillars of Eternity godlike portraits. Simple as that. Just put a blanket. Exactly, Cloud. Exactly. Okay, we might have some portraits over here for something if I like any of these. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't mind that one. That comes with the game. Oh man. Ooh. Of course, this is very exciting for you guys. I know. Just going to Google and look it up. You can send me links as well if you want. But I'm not finding anything that's too outstanding. To be honest, there's not a whole lot of choice. Because of the godlike nature of our character. That's the thing. That's the thing. So I found 2 portraits. Actually, I only clicked 1. Why was that? Yeah, but it's not very well drawn. It's interesting, but I'm gonna go with the portraits that we have in the game. I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff. Which one do you guys prefer? 63, which is this lady in a red thing, even though she has a hood. That doesn't make any sense. This one looks cool. Like not Lily. Yeah, that's the one I saw actually. Cloud. That's the one I saw. It's not very well drawn. The red hood. The red hood it is. Is it? Is it? She looks nice. She looks like somebody that would shiv your back and steal all your stuff. 64. We have 1 vote for 64 and 1 vote for 63. Well, it's tied. It's tied. And if it goes for a tie, I'm going to go with this lady over here. Let's actually check. No, we can't. Yeah. So 63 or 64. Which one do you guys prefer? This is the 63 and this is the 64. 63 and 64. Drayden voted for the red hood. We're still tied. We're still tied. Oh, Drayden changed his vote. So we are not tied anymore. Sorry, Pigman King. Yeah. We're gonna go with this one. Cosplay Santa for the kids. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so she looks really menacing. I think she fits a little bit better my character. So let's see. Primary color. Let's go with this nice. I like red. How about silver? How about black? Black on primary and silver on secondary. Minas Tirith style. What about red? How about this? Ugh. It's terrible. Beige? Purple. Purple is good. I like purple. Let's go with that. It's very tenuous, but still. All black. Well, I could go with that. That actually would make sense. Between the purple and the black, I think the difference isn't much, and the purple adds a little bit of character. Let's see if... Yeah, the purple looks nice. That'll be pink almost. Although we do have... Yeah, I'm gonna go with the purple instead. And also this is gonna help in the or Dyke Violet, yeah. This is gonna help in the game because of the character selection and all that sort of stuff. So head, what do we have? Oh boy. Yeah, these are... Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. These are the godlike, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a god... Oh boy, this is the portrait. Oh my god, she looks awful. I'm sorry, this is the portrait, but it looks awful. Oh, it looks so bad. This one looks kind of interesting. And this one is just horrendous. This just scares people. This is meant to just horrify. And I like this one. But the problem is it doesn't fit the character. I'm not gonna see it all that often. I'm gonna go with this because it fits the character, and I will with that. I'll go with that. That's why I like Divinity Original Sin, the second version, the original game, the second game, I mean, Divinity Original Sin 2, because your portrait will always fit your character, and that's awesome. I love it. In the original game, actually, you had to fit your character to the portrait if you wanted to, but yeah, that's gonna be that. Purple is kind of more radiant. Dark. Oh, okay. Maleficent. Okay, so that's our character.
Yes?
Leading the way. Let us end this!
Silence surrounds me. Yes?
I've got this.
Oh, you're saying already who you want.
Let's go!
Quickly and quietly.
What is it? Now I am leader of the group. A blade in the dark. Well, now I am leader of the group.
Okay, where's this sinister? Oh, that's male, sorry. Female, female.
Quick and quiet. Just say the word.
Stoic.
Follow me. Let's go.
Keeping quiet.
Feisty. Let's see.
Yeah, I've got this.
That's not too bad.
Let's go!
I think so. How about the benevolent?
Quietly now.
Ooh.
I'm here.
Oh.
I'm flattered.
Who's this voice actress?
Shh.
Yes? I'm flattered.
I think I know who this was. I think she's actually a main voice actress. Let's see, Smooth.
I'll teach you a lesson.
That's not...
I'll take a peek.
Watch and learn. Show him how it's done!
I think this is the one I played with the first time. Benevolent is really cool. Let's see, Mystic.
To whispers and shadows. Oh?
She's a little bit crazy. Iogenes, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Let's see... So, Sinister. Let's see Sinister again.
Now I am leader of the group.
Yeah, because she's like...
Bring them down! A blade in the dark. What is it? Now I am leader of the group.
She's a little bit too cocky, I would say.
Not a sound.
This one is a natural voice.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
I think it is a natural voice. It sounds... Yes, it's a new game, Iogenes. It's the brand new campaign. Maximum difficulty.
I'm here. I'm flattered.
Yeah, this is a good voice.
Easy now.
Leading the way.
Because you can tell that she's actually faking a voice in this. So this
together!
is
Not
normal.
A sound.
So there we go. So it doesn't annoy me, I think. And it's good, because she has a beautiful voice. Name. Gorolim. No? Any interesting names, guys? Cut them down. Check cocky. No, I'm gonna go with this one because it's not annoying. We can always go back, I think, but I think I like this one. And besides, there's no voice acting. This is only for combat interactions, so it's just something for me to be able to identify her by when she says stuff and all that. Lin Wen. I don't know what Lin means, but Wen means woman in it's not Kenya. It's Sindarin. Shayla. Oh, I closed my eyes and I can't see anything. Shayla, yeah. Arya would be interesting. Lilith would be interesting as well. Penumbra. I like Penumbra. I did a let's play of Legend of Grimrock, the first one. I had a character named Penumbra. Arya is good. Arya is an interesting character and an interesting name. Not the show one though. The show one is meh. So I think Arya. Arya is an interesting name. Yeah, it was actually Penumbra, not Panumbra, but it is where the word comes from. Yeah, I think Penumbra might be an interesting name. How about this one? And she's the moon. She's a moon godlike. So makes sense, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it make sense? Even though she actually exudes light. So I think it makes sense, and I'm gonna go with that. And here we have our character. Character creation is done. Just an hour into the Let's Play. That's because I know the game, so it's okay. Selenumbra. Selenumbra sounds even better. Where can I change my name? There it is. Selenumbra sounds amazing. Ooh, nice and long, just as you would want a name. I think I'm gonna go with that. Selenumbra sounds amazing. Like a musketeer? Yeah, she does look a little bit like that, yeah. She's gonna be a sort of a thief, though. And welcome to the stream as well, WTSPQ. And Arcotheric as well, welcome on in. Linwen means pretty late. That I'm not sure any character is named Linwen then in Lord of the Rings. That wouldn't be. I remember naming a lot of my early female characters in my gaming years as Morwen, the Dark Lady, or that woman, I suppose. Morwen. So just it does have a nice ring, and I think there is somebody called Morwen in Lord of the Rings, but it's like a sideways character that doesn't even appear in the Silmarillion. Yeah, it's a parrying dagger with a rapier for the piercing and all that sort of stuff. Yee! Because that's what you want. So, Selenumbra, it is. So I'm gonna, regarding this Let's Play, I'm gonna skip a lot of dialogue, because there's a lot of dialogue in the game, and this is more about the difficulty and all that. I know a lot of the stuff that's going on, and this is actually fairly inconsequential. You guys don't know, if you know the story, then you know it's gonna be fine. I know the story, I'm gonna skip some stuff, but not all the stuff, so mostly of what I'm gonna skip is just this sort of stuff. It's really nicely written, and I really do enjoy. So I'm gonna read and skim through, but I'm not gonna say anything, so you guys can read and skim through as well, as best as you can. But it's gonna be a limitation of the Let's Play, so it's sort of a stream. So I guess let's see.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there. Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood? Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day.
He's talking to me now.
There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
I definitely recommend the game, Iogenes. Definitely. This is one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played. It's got a lot of limitations, though. But it does depend on your preferences. So, I guess, irrespective of your preferences, there's always going to be limitations, but those limitations might be very different from the limitations that somebody else might see. In any case, this is an amazing game. It is really, really amazing. But again, this playthrough is more for the sort of combat experience and all that than anything else, because that's something the game focuses on. But the storyline is amazing, the world is amazing. It's yeah. I see RPGs. I think he put an I too much in there. CRPGs would be computer computer RPGs.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Okay, so I can ask a bunch of stuff where I would find the berries.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
And then about the ruins that we saw.
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Yeah, Air Glonfoth, I believe, is the area where basically there was a previous country or a previous civilization here a long time ago, and now there's other people that basically preserve the ruins, and they're like religiously preserving those ruins, so that's very important. The Glenfathan over here are those guys. So this is all very... at the beginning of the game, it's all very what's going on and all that, but these ruins are important, and for right now, it's all fine.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got
That's the
nothing
other thing.
left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did build these ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
So that's the civilization that I mentioned before, the Ingwithans. These are center point to the storyline.
Not if you hurry about your business,
I asked if it was dangerous here.
and not if the weather holds up.
Yeah, so he's concerned about the weather. Quite important. I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way. I know the full storyline. I might riff a little bit on some things that I see, but I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I'm just going to enhance the experience as best I can anyway. Regarding, yeah, this is Unity. This uses Unity as an engine, but it's all custom made and all that. If the developer isn't lady. Exactly, Cloud. I think I'm just gonna read the dialogue lines, might as well. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether. The spirit's path. Never seen it myself. Never care to.
Nope. That's a good attitude to have. A Beowick. That is a weird way to pronounce what is right there. I didn't even know they had that circulax or whatever that is called. We have those in Portuguese. I just don't know the name in English. In the W, but that's a Beowick. We're gonna need to remember that. What are these huge rocks coming from out of the ground? These things over here. The Pillars of Eternity? No, they're not.
They don't got Adra where you come from?
Adra.
Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
What he's referring to over here is actually what I was saying before. The soul butchers here are the the people that work with the souls. I think they have a name, but they're basically scientists for the most part. Not all of them. And they can behave like butchers, some of them. So this is the sort of stuff that I was saying. This setting does have a lot of sort of suspicion regarding these guys, which is a suspicion regarding the most interesting thing about the setting. So that's kind of leaves me a little bit upset. But yeah, that's what he's mentioning over there. Iogen is, yes, things are better. Now it started to rain, so it all stopped. The fires all stopped. So yeah, only I think only up until Monday, there were a bunch of fires, but then they stopped because the rain stopped. Or the rain started, I should say. Thank you for asking. I actually saw myself some really fires and stuff. Went to a friend's house, and like on the way there is just full like clouds of smoke above me. And it's like nighttime, and it was daytime, so it's like nighttime, and I'm driving through the forest, and you see just a huge pillar of smoke just climbing from one side, and just everything is dark and stuff. I had to have my headlamps on, And then when I arrived at the village where my friend lived, there's like huge pillar of fire behind, like on the side to the village, behind some houses, and I'm like, everybody in the village was like outside and just looking at that, and it was right by a pass from the highway, sort of like a bridge over the village, and like all the cars in the highway were stopped, and it's kind of, and there were houses that got burned eventually, and I actually saw the explosions but yeah, nobody died in that particular fire, but there were a lot of people that died, mostly firefighters as far as I can tell, in the fires that went on here in Spain, I think, as well, not just here. Just, yeah, this year has been kind of terrible for fires here in Portugal. We had also early in the year 60, I think it was 63 people that died in another fire. It wasn't that big as this one. It was just basically, yeah. Most likely it was human doing, but the thing is, I mean, the fires are always going to be, a lot of them are going to be because of people, but the problem is also that they get worse because of the weather. This has been very, very dry recently here, and it's everything burns very, very quickly, and it's just terrible. It's like in California, like all those, like the huge fires that California had, it was all because of the weather, and like, just really stuff. Arconet. Why? Oh, I think I know what you mean, Drayden. Yeah, Greece is another country with it's very dry. It can be very dry in the summer, and of course it's just the way the plantation is and all that. The fires are still going on. Yeah. So let's get out of here and let's get these berries.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep. Kalisha. Kalisha!
I really like Kalisha. She needs to find some spring berries, he says. That she doesn't drop
No
dead.
promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
It's gonna be fine, Kalisha. I really like her voice actress. I really like her portrait as well. But I was, the first time I played the game, I was like, yeah, we have our first companion already.
Yes.
This is gonna be awesome. Okay, so we have per encounter. Okay, they changed this a little bit with the new expansion, with the second version of the expansion. So we have a knockdown. These are per encounter, so that's very important. Then we have a second wind, which is also per encounter, only usable in combat.
here.
And over here, I don't really know how to use the soul whip, because that's my problem. What is the soul whip? Hey, Sinok, welcome to the stream. Neverwinter Nights, do you think so? In this game's design? Maybe. The game's a little bit chuggy. That's probably because I'm recording. I'm streaming. Streaming on 30 frames per second. It shouldn't be too bad, but there we go. So, what is the soul whip? Oh, the AI. Oh, yeah, that's right. Do I want AI? So, class behavior. None. Auto attack. Let's go with defensive. And for her, I'm gonna go with defensive as well. Okay. So that's good. Oh, Sinok. Yeah, I don't really understand what the soul whip is all about. So let's... No, that's the stealth thing. Okay. We can stealth individually. Yeah, now we can. The first time I played the game, on camera as well, I think we couldn't. So let's put... Oh yeah, and I have pre-order things over here. Let's put these over there. So Inventory time. What do I have? I have a rapier. That is accuracy versus deflection, which is a normal attack. And I have an accuracy versus deflection as well. It does piercing damage. And both of them do piercing damage. They have very weak interrupts. But that's fine. Defense rating bypass, though, on this little guy over here. So we're not going to worry too much about that. I have a pet, and it's going to be this giant miniature space piglet, which is a direct reference to Boo. This one allows me to gain health per rest, which is okay, and I'm going to go with that. I'm also going to get a potion right there. She has a torch and a one-handed battle axe over here. Accuracy versus deflection does slash damage, whereas the torch does crush damage. It's like a torch. So that's good enough. I'm going to sneak. I need to press tab. Also, you need to talk to people. So I think I can open that, maybe. I wonder if I can.
Hope that helps.
I can indeed. And I have a potion of minor endurance. Okay, put it over there. Hey Minsk, welcome to the stream. Space Piglet is the best phrase.
I'd be glad to.
So what do I have? I have this thing over here. I think there's a companion somewhere. We got some lockpicks. Definitely need those. And I have clothing, which is not as good as the one I have. So let's put it in a stash. Okay. So let's have a chat with Heodan over here.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
He's a really nice guy. See a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes.
Got a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road. Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
The first time I played this game on the Let's Play, I didn't have these things next to them. So I just chose whatever. Right now, I've actually been playing the game off camera as well since I did the Let's Play. I've done this many months ago, years maybe. So I have these things, so I'm just gonna stick to stuff that I know. It's like I think this decreases the role-playingness of the whole thing. But yeah, if you think these Caravaneers are prickly, watch out for those axe wielders Odema mentioned. That's an excellent advice indeed.
Something else you need?
Tell
like
me
we're
about.
settled for the night.
Yeah, tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Rayed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire.
That's what it is.
In fact,
Yeah.
our companions are quick to remind me of.
That's where we are right now. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Rayed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
Deerwood's a former Adir. Yeah, so Deerwood is a former Adir colony. Rayed Sarans were Catholics. Okay. It sounds like you got the short end of the stick, though. I don't see that way, it says. My brothers and I are all working together for the sake of the family enterprise. Okay, show me what you got. So I can sell and buy stuff. I can sell that. Ooh, nice. Really? For no reason. For, like, just money. Sure. I'll go with that. What do you have? Just normal clothing and stuff. Got some lockpicks, which would be good, and I actually think I want that. So let's get some lockpicks over there. All of those. There we go. Thank you. Very nice of you. Gonna need lockpicks, but not that many, because we're gonna be able to open things at will. Yeah, that as well, Cloud. But I think it just forces. I think it forces you. It's more about forcing you to make a decision regarding what you wanna say than you know, trusting the writing. Because some horses over here. We got some stuff over there. Some Orlan's Cradle. All these stuff is going to be very, very important. Fallen tree over there that blocked our path. We're going to need to clear that out.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Oh, in the morning. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think there's a deer going around somewhere. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill it. I kind of want to. I think I did it on camera. And then reloaded and didn't do it. Hey.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember this guy being here. What he's mentioning is something that we don't know yet. But that's fine. I'm gonna go this way because we can. And because we should. That's the way we came. Yeah, the way you came back. Yeah, okay.
Let's check. We shouldn't stray too...
Sinok, I do have all the DLCs, yes. Let me see if I can... Oh, they're coming. Okay, so what do we have over here? We have a young wolf. And you have Kalisha, sorry, going right up against it. And then I have me probably going right up against it. Don't really know how the Soul Whip is going to work, but that guy is attacking Kalisha, so let's see what happens. Okay, Kalisha took a little bit of damage. Oh, there's the other wolf coming. And he's attacking me. Can I move? I think I can. Can, okay. So I don't have the Soul Whip yet. I do. So the Ice Strike right there. Let's Ice Strike that guy. And he is blinded and dazed, which means I can move away. Right? He's locked with me though. He shouldn't attack of opportunity here. Disengaging, yeah, but that's normal. He's still after me.
Certainly.
Holy crap. How is he attacking me if he's blinded?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna need knockdown on this guy. And then you're gonna attack that. No, don't attack him, attack him. Yeah, 83% for deflection. I think that's what it means. That chance over there is the chance of failure, not the chance of success.
I'm here.
Which is kind of weird. My Magnum 44. Yeah. Oh no, who's he attacking? Oh, he's attacking her, he changed. Okay, let's go with Ice Strike again. And he's dead. Okay. So the Soul Whip, I think, is just on normal attacks. Sounds good enough. And we have some wolf pelts. Put them in there.
I'm here.
Let's go. So you see how the damage works? It's very interesting and I really enjoy it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, no, that's not what I should have done. Nope, nope, nope. Shut up. Shut up. Reload. Can I reload? Thank you. I shouldn't get that before I go down there because I want to get that little bit as well.
At once.
Oh, I didn't... Seriously? I didn't save?
I'll have your water soon enough.
Gonna do that again.
Stream's not going anywhere.
But this time around, I'm gonna sneak in. Because I think I can. That was shameful.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Yeah, you
Yes.
just stay where you are. They're gonna see me. Okay. So you attack that. Okay, nice. Now I have that, so I'm gonna blind you. Good, and I keep attacking this guy.
What you need?
And then it's a matter of... Oh, he's dead already. That one's much better. That sneak attack was much better. And he's dead. Okay. There we go. And now we can have these all to ourselves. Let's get out of here, because I want to go to the south. Because that guy with the water, he actually... We're going to see what that is. What is this? Burned Lady. Am I getting... No, yeah, all those items go automatically into the stash. You can disable the stash. Actually, let me see. So I go into game over here. Continue movement on engagement. Screen edge scrolling, quest updates, developer commentary. That'd be interesting. How is that? Difficulty? Yeah. Area of effect highlighting. Maim companions before death. Let's disable that. Combat tooltips. Detailed quest updates. Auto level companions. Never. No knockout injuries. If set, party members will not receive knocking out injuries when they are reduced to 0 endurance in combat. Yeah, I want... Yeah, that's what I want. Unrestricted stash. Yeah, you can basically disable this. Show qualifiers that cause the conversation option to be unlocked. That's the one. Show in-game tutorials, unqualified interactions. And that's also pretty cool because it allows us to see what we can eventually say in dialogue. Let's see if I can kill that deer as well, because I think there's a deer somewhere around here. Deer. There he is. Not gonna be able to kill him. I needed to click that. Maybe it's not possible anymore. And there's something else over here. Yep. Travelers. Or looters. And we have leather armor over here. Put it right there. Bad sign, she says. Yeah, there's a few dead over here. Yeah, they are dead. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Okay.
This
Got a
is
bottle.
recent. Not good.
We got beer. Yep. Footprints around the campfire. May have been here for days or longer. Okay, now we can get back, go back up. Can also turn on fast mode and all that, which is pretty good. Should be a little bit faster still, but that's good enough. There's an automatic slowdown as well of combat, I think. I don't trust its automaticness, though. So now let's have a chat with Kalisha. Cloud, it was pretty abnormal. It's like today, effectively. Dead bodies were not considered a good thing at all because they carried diseases and stuff, and it's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing.
This is it.
There we go. Now let's have a chat with Kalisha. So because I'm a drifter, she's saying I'm kind of a mystery. Let's see. Yeah, you have to be when people are looking for you. Okay, how did it happen? They think I have something that belongs to them. Let's go with that. Something they're pretty intent on getting back. That's bad luck. Been a long time since I've been this way. Lord Redrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle, like the rest of the lot? Yeah, basically, so we are coming here for Gilded Vale because Lord Redrick, who is the lord of that place, offered settlers to come in and just, oh, we'll welcome you and all that sort of stuff. So that's why we're here. Nah, I'm just passing through, yeah. That's usually the case with a big city just a little ways further up the road south. Yeah, where you headed? Actually, the big city sounds like a good thing. Can I go there? Yeah, I'm going to the city. Closest one is Defiance Bay, the big city, the capital. Field days out, got its nice places and its not so nice places, same as any city. But the Duke, who is the leader of that place, is a good man, as I hear it. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? My sister moved down here some time back, she says. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages, been doing guide work in Exact Mittel, but I do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Odema I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a road this way, but he's doing it for me. Oh, really? Okay, tell me about yourself. Got simple needs. I like open skies, far horizons. My family wanders too. Started in Deerwood. I've got a brother in Rawatai, a sister in Gilded Vale, another in Adir. Yeah. Can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for a history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after the war, years back. This is very important as well, the war. We're going to learn about that. Locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them, been going on for years now. But somehow, it's getting worse. I'll have to get to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. Iogis, yes, I'm doing a Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2 on my YouTube channel. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfal's getting your water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way, come on, let's get your water. And that's why I wanted to go down there before I have this quest. And I can zoom in as well. Not too much. So he's gone and got my water. Good stuff. Good stuff. I must say I prefer this art style to Tyranny's art style. I don't know why. Tyranny looks interesting. Oh.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool white water while Kalisha waits nearby. Out of the trees comes the guy. He doesn't have his bow. Oh boy.
Sparfle, are you alright?
His toes catch on a rock and he collapses forward with a hip. With a arrow in his back.
Ambush!
Right here? Sure. Let's do this thing. Auto pause for the win. That's why I always play. Okay, so we have our first proper combat, unlike those wolves. What am I gonna do? I have no soul whip, I have no nothing. So what I should be doing, well, is actually they are actually both attacking me. So what I should be doing is getting the hell out of dodge. I'm gonna have Kalisha or Kaliska, whatever, attacking him. And if I could knock him down, that'd be good because that would stop him. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna worry about him because I'm gonna go past the. Oh, that guy is at. Oh, that's not good. Just get out of there. Okay, that guy changed, so let's not get out of there. Let's attack him, and we'll see how things go. So as soon as she does that, he's knocked down. He's prone. So I can bring you over there, because he's gonna be there for a little while. So I'm gonna attack, and I can bring you over here. Get in there. So I can do Whisper of Treason here. You really need to go there. Go. Yeah, okay, now knock that guy down. Okay, now this guy works for us. Yeah, you're gonna do this. And then you finish that. What? Wait a minute. How does that work? I don't really understand what happened. Okay, let's get another knockdown then. That's a kill. I mean, did I cancel that? Was that what happened? Do I need to keep the spell going? I think I do.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
No, we don't.
I'm
Shut
here.
up. So we have a hunting bow, which is pretty good. I could go with that. Probably should go with that. Let's get that instead. We got hide armor and some money. Although, like, this game is so detailed. Even the money is different, and it's worth differently. Look at this. No, wait a minute. Don't I have... No, I don't have access to the money. It's only before we open it. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so I have a ranged weapon over there. She doesn't have a ranged weapon, so I'm gonna equip this. So we have a hunting bow over here. That's just, I guess, that's what we're gonna do. What we're gonna use. So, save the game there. And let's go back. Because now is actually a pretty tough fight. No, it's not the first time I tried the difficulty, but it is, but I haven't gotten very far with this difficulty. So let's see. We have one hunter over there, so I just go right at him. Oh no, this is quite different. Okay, let's try and knock you down. See what happens. Did it work? No. No, it did. Okay, so he's knocked down, so I'm gonna attack you instead. And then you... I'm just waiting. Yeah, you keep attacking him. So she's attacking the right person. And then I'm keeping an eye on my focus here. Doesn't seem to be going up. Why? Okay, I'm gonna need to knock you down again. That's good. Okay, now you attack him. Yeah, my focus is not going up. Does it not work with ranged attacks? Yeah, it doesn't work with ranged attacks. So that's another explanation. So this guy is still doing his thing. And I'm waiting until I have 10. There it is. So I can use this on you. And see how that works. So he's now on our side. And that guy is still attacking Kalishka. Oh, can he... That's bad. Okay, so what are you doing? You're attacking him, so he's on our side. Yeah, keep attacking him. Okay, now she has depleted dexterity for... She's gonna take damage, basically. Okay, she's back up. That guy on my side is really powerful. Man, this Huntress over here, she's powerful. There it is. Okay, Kalishka, move in. And I'm gonna...
What you need?
Let's see what happens. Man, this guy's staying... Okay. He was staying with us for a while now. I'm gonna... Yeah, you keep attacking him. I think both of us attacking him is the best course of action here. Because Kalisha is just being attacked by that guy, so it's not a problem. She's got plenty of deflection. He's not even doing any damage. And she's healing because she's a fighter, so she heals automatically. Her endurance, not health. There we go. Okay. So what do we have? A bunch of money. Oh, I should have looked at the money. I'm sorry. We have a shield as well. Let's get you the shield. And then a hatchet, and then a hunting bow. Let's get all these in there. Okay. You are gonna get a shield. Actually, the bow, I probably want that. Because if I want her to have a ranged weapon, it might be good. So, I don't want you to have that, but you're gonna keep that around, because that's actually gonna be required for stuff. Let me see. Okay, good. Okay.
Yes?
So we're doing this. Let's go. Oh, there's that people. That's that guy right there. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight he will lose. So he's got that fellow that I talked to, that trader dude. Let's see. Let's go with this one. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Air Glanfath, because these guys are, yeah, Glanfatham leader. They're the guys that protect the ruins. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them, says Eodan. And that's all of our options right there. We have intellect over here. Apart from resolve, intellect is the hardest check. Well, resolve is just as hard, but there we go. Let's go with that. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I say to the leader, I am guessing your worshippers are Galawain. If Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Of course, but he would not. It is why he command. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? It has always been known to my people. I see, I say. And what of Galawain's edict, that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? This is actually very in-game lore. But I think I remember this. This is one of the center points of the game as well. It's the fights between the gods and what the gods say and what the people want the gods to say. I'm gonna really try to focus on this, but yeah, Galawain is actually, we're gonna get into this whole situation of Galawain wanting these guys around and all that. He would not. He told us otherwise, he says. Well, I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why would that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Eodan the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Okay, so that's good. We actually did well there, because you can get a wound in this particular fight. So, yeah, we have Eodan over here, the guy that we talked to before. We can't put this stuff. We can't put that stuff in the quick items. Huh. Cool. Okay. And he's got, let's see what he's got. A little bit of damage. That's what he's got. What are his abilities? We've got a blinding strike. He is a thief and sort of that. This is gonna be quite tricky. He's not engaged, is he? But he's gonna be engaged pretty soon. So I'm just gonna send her, what do we have? We have a hunter. We have a hunter over here as well. And we have a huntress over there. So I think actually I don't know if these guys are gonna be ranged, so I should switch my weapon and attack these guys. Because I want a blinding strike over here. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. So you're gonna knock this guy down. Did you do the blinding strike? No, he's still doing it. Are you doing it? Well, maybe. Okay, what are you doing over there? That's the leader. Oh yeah, because he's being attacked from the back. Okay, so that he's doing the blinding strike still. Okay. Let's zoom in and see what we're doing over here. So, if I could kill the leader first, that'd be good. So let's just attack the leader before we knock people down. And I'm gonna switch weapons again so I can attack from this side. So you're engaged already, so let's knock you down. So we got the blinding strike done. So this guy's blinded. That's good. So he's not attacking us that much. So I want to kill you fast. And we're doing our thing here. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing that. Okay, knock this guy down then. Because he's taking quite a lot of damage and I really want to stop that. Okay, that doesn't work. But Whisper that Huntress. This guy's about to die. He's dead. Okay, so this guy's about to go down. I'm going to try and attack you. Are you doing your... Oh, you failed. Let's try that again. Okay, she fails against this guy. That's not good. Okay. So this guy's fighting. This guy is engaged because he's attacking him, so I can't move him. His health is kind of looking bad, but man, this guy's still not dead. Man. Okay, now I'm going to be able to do the ice strike. Oh. No. Do that. What happened? Low endurance for Heldan. Okay, so that guy's fighting. Jeez. Come on, kill him. Okay, so move out of there. And now you can stop doing that, I think. How do I do that? I don't. Okay, let's attack you. And both attack you manually. And we got through this battle. Oh yeah, that works. That definitely works. The idiot. There we go. Let's attack him. Or her, I suppose. There we go. That's a demo over there. Hey. Dun dun dun! Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the dead. His breath comes wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready, he says. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it beginning to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Adema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the wind of the Bewick. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Eodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Eodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Eodan lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. The Piglet was gonna come with us, don't worry. I'm gonna grab a rock and hurl it at the attacker, because my dexterity is just that good. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Eodan loose. Lurching to your feet, Haldan clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just enough for Eodan to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. And we are inside. We're inside. Pretty huge area, actually. Yeah, we're not going back that way.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Let's, Kalisha.
I'm here.
Yeah, we are all here. Okay, what is my formation? I like... Actually, I need to customize this formation. I'm gonna put you over there, and over here, and over there. Perfect formation. Wimpy formation. Good. Okay. There's a lower level. I wonder why that is mentioned.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm, yeah, they only get them here. It's the Bewick. It's the god's way of reaping the souls of the land. Still got yours? I think so. Who attacked us? Actually, that's very important. She asks if we still have our soul. I think so. Yeah. Glenfathans, they are the ones who attack us. The hut dwellers, they wanted to protect this ruin. They're looking for fights with colonists. Yeah. Yelf expected this. Odema. So, the Glenfathans said we trespassed in their ruins. Yeah, I don't believe that, she says. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfathans don't attack without being provoked. Yeah. There's looters in here with us, most likely. What about everyone else in our caravan? The wheels got hold of them now. This is actually very important. The wheel, what that is in this world. We're gonna learn more about that, but what she's saying over here is that they are dead. That's effectively what it is. We're gonna learn about the wheel itself, because that's an actual thing. And yeah, the next lives and all that. You don't seem too upset about all this. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like, says Kaliska. Yeah, she's seen worse as well. Let's get going. So can I talk? No, I can't talk to them if they don't say anything. I can't camp here either. So let's go east. And see what I can do with this little guy that's going to show up. So it's basically a Zorip. And these Zorips, it's what I was saying before about the races. There's races that are civilized and races that are not. Zorips are actual race. Let's be okay. He doesn't do anything. But if I go in there, he attacks me. Yeah. So he's attacking him, which I would enjoy, but he wouldn't. Yeah. He's attacking exactly who I want him to attack. And he's dead.
I'm here.
And you took a little bit of damage. So you have a weapon for you, some lockpicks for you. I think I don't need to put the lockpicks in here. I can have them in the basket over there. And you can have that. No! Dang it. That's not how it goes. That's how it goes. Okay, so we have melee. Good. We could actually have all ranged. That would be interesting. I've never played it like that, but that's how we play Baldur's Gate. That's how we should. So we got a shield over there and all that. That's nothing that I really want. Let's go back over here. That Zorip is not... The thing about that Zorip is that it's not aggressive, but if you just get closer or if you just mess with him, he gets aggressive. I think it's meant to... I don't know what that's meant to be. What that's meant to do. It's weird. Okay.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
It's the thieves, I tells you. Well, we have camping supplies. I know exactly how that goes. I'll hammer and chisel as well. Don't need that. And a mace. Don't need that either. So the camping supplies basically allow us to rest. It's as simple as it goes. It's as simple as it gets. If you can rest, you can get all of your spells back and can also do some other stuff that I'm not going to do right now because we don't need to rest. Camping supplies are actually very sparse, and I don't want to have to buy them or anything. So that's going to be that.
Those tiles look suspicious.
They do.
Let's be careful.
Yeah, let's go east first. Because these loops back around. There's that body over there. With a journal. Did I ever figure out what this is? So this guy's talking about the ruins. Yeah. It's not important. Actually, there's something I'm forgetting. Each class has abilities with different weapons. It basically does better with different weapons. So what I need to look at is what I am good at with ranged. So I completely forgot about that. So I'm a cipher. How do I tell? How do I tell that? It's gotta be over here, right? Oh, it's gotta be on this side, most likely. No. Personal? No. No, I don't think it is each class. Some classes do have that, but I don't have that. Soul Whip. Focus below maximum. Passive. Melee damage and range damage. Okay. Yeah, we don't have that yet, so we can use any weapons. We just don't have weapon specialization right now. He's got sneak attack. I don't. Nope. Okay. So he's pretty good at that, at sneaky attacking, and that's good.
I'd be glad to.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I do. Let's be sneaky. And I think we can do something good over here. Okay, let's send Kalishka out. He's gonna see him. Oh, that's bad. That was bad. Switch to melee. Switch to melee. Let's go.
I'm here.
Let's get him blinded.
Here.
Okay, he also made something to us, I think. Stunned. He stunned us. Ooh, that's bad. Can I knock him out? Can I knock him down? Probably not. Well, he's dead. That was kind of a poor display of fighting. I've completely forgot about the ranged weapons that I was using. Okay, and we have a door over here.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
Yeah, it is, but I'm not going to use my hammer and chisel for that. We can go that way. Because we have the gem already, so it's all fine. What is the key for double speed? I don't think there's a key. There's a key by default. I unset it. Okay.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
Yep. That's why we need a torch. Let's not mess with this for right now. Let's go this way first. I know this level fairly well. When you have a lesser black ooze, what are they immune to? Immune to blinded, dazed, frightened, prone, terrified, but they don't. It doesn't show what our damage reduction is. So let's attack with ranged. Okay, it works. It's pretty fast as well. Go on in. Okay. And switch. I think I'm... Oh! Did you see that? I think I might also... I might gain... Oh, nice. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So we attack that. Okay, it's attacking me, but I can't disengage. Because these guys don't engage. Because it's flanked, I think. Maybe that's the reason. Let me learn. By the way, this game has a huge cyclopedia. Really, really a lot of stuff. So if anything you want to learn about, like all the creatures that we fight and all that, they're all over here. There's a lot of stuff to learn and a lot of in-game lore over here. Very, very important stuff as well. Afflictions and stuff. I need to know what the flanked is. What? Deflection is reduced by 10. Engagement. Engagement occurs anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. As soon as the attacker gets close enough, he or she will engage. When a character is first engaged, they will stop moving. The character is free to move again, but doing so provokes a disengagement attack. If characters break engagement, they have a limited amount of time behind the enemy, or before the enemy. They, disengaged, can attempt to re-engage. Some afflictions make it impossible for a character to engage an enemy. Paralyzed, petrified, prone, and stunned all automatically drop engagement and can be used to get out of trouble. Note that there are a number of talents and abilities that modify engagement rules, such as Graceful Retreat, which is actually very important, Hold the Line, which add to the engagement and all that sort of stuff, the Fighter's Defender, the Barbarian's Wild Spirit, and the Rogue's Escape. Some creatures, especially large ones, may be able to engage more than one creature at a time. And apparently these ones were not capable of engaging me, or I just got confused.
Absolutely.
That's fine. Okay, now let's look at our crafting thing over here. So what can I craft? I can't craft anything right now, because I need a lot of this stuff. And this is good because it adds, well, stuff like this. They are small
Where'd
buffs,
that slime come from?
but they can mean the difference between life and death. Okay. So I'm gonna use the water skin to clean the ooze. Got hiccups, I apologize. And I'm gonna place the gem over here. And now more slimes come in, because that's how it goes, I think.
What you need?
Do they?
Absolutely.
Absolutely they do. Okay, I am gaining, I do gain a, oh, that thing, who's he attacking? Oh, he's attacking Kalisha. Let's go on in. So these guys, have a damage reduction of 7, but doesn't really show if they're more resistant to specific types of attacks. I do think that our ranged attacks are not as powerful, but that worked. That definitely worked, and we got more ooze plasma over there. Over here we have a minor cloak of something, and then we have a couple of other things to get. So I'm not going to need this for right now. I am going to see this. Plus Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. So not Deflection, which is something that I kind of wanted. So I'm going to use that on me, because
Absolutely.
if it was for Deflection, I would give it to Kalishka. Or Kalisha, I don't remember. You only hear her name at the beginning, and I always get it wrong, so I'm getting it wrong a lot of the times. Okay, now, for this, we have these paintings and stuff. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of Engwithians from all the Kith races. Hamawa, Elf, Orlan, Dwarf, and Human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each one topped with a flame. Right there. Yeah, it's got a flame up there, but we're not going to be able to light that up right now. What we are going to be able to do is this. Think. I can, as a fire godlike, I could light this. That's interesting. I think I remember doing that actually in the very first time I played this game. I was a fire godlike. I think I used that because I was like a frontline fire. I'm gonna use a torch to do this. Let me see if the torch can be right there, because if I have the torch in my inventory, maybe that's all it takes.
Here.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, at least it works now. So we are kindling the fires up there, not the ones down here. Okay. Good stuff. Save the game. And now, we can go through this terrible place without being burned, or killed,
Fresh air.
or maimed.
I think we found an exit. Sounds like the storm path, too.
Well, it wasn't really a storm, but if we found an
I'm
exit,
here.
we found an exit. Come on, little piglet. Don't step on those things. They're not real characters. The piglet is not a character. It's just a thing that goes around. So save the game there. And let's go to the exit. We got a spear spiderling. These guys are nasty. Ooh, okay. Kalisha, move in. Okay, you guys need to stop that And who's she attacking? That thing. Yeah. Go. Are we gonna be able to do this? I think so. She's not taking damage. No, she is taking damage. Okay. We did it. No big deal. No big deal. There's a passage this way. Oh yeah, it's the passage for...
I could scout ahead. See
You definitely could.
what's around the corner.
You definitely could. Let me see if I can do that myself, because I'm also pretty decent at this, although you do a little bit better with a sneak attack. Don't see the piglet. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Actually get you over there. Sneak positioning. So she sees that. Not a bad position there. If I go on in.
Certainly.
Ooh. Okay. She's gonna unsneak, and he's gonna move back. Oh, I'm so gonna get hit. Okay. Attack that guy. Ooh. That stun was terrible. Okay, can I knock him down? Yeah, I can. Fantastic. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage, but I'm stunned, so I can't really do anything. So, I just need to attack you. And as soon as you... Strange illness. Oh, yeah, that's the thing that I got. Okay. What are you doing? Okay, that disengage was dangerous. Okay. So, let's switch. Attack that guy. Can you knock somebody else down?
What you need?
Okay, that guy's after me now. And you can attack him, and you can continue attacking him. I think that's a good idea. Okay, I have something good. Let's get that over there. Okay, you guys can attack him. That wasn't very good. Am I regaining my endurance? I think I might be regaining my endurance.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't very good, but it worked. We have a Skulder Ear, and these things are just meant for
Absolutely.
money. I wonder if there's a fast way to loot. I don't remember. Maybe there is. There is. No. Is there? Nah. So we're not going to open that because there's no need. Let's just go back. We're just getting the experience. It's good. It's good. It's not very, very important, but it's good to have the
At once.
experience. And we can't go over there. So let's save the game there. And we have more spiders. Oh boy. Fall back over here. And now we attack. And we can control this a little bit. Come on, stack over here. Yeah. Ooh, this is not good. Okay, I'm gonna try. I think I'll be able to charm you. Okay, I will try to anyway. Good. Okay, so we attack that, and you attack that. Perfect, we charmed the big spider. The famished spear spider. Attack it. That quickly came to an end. Okay, attacking Kalishka. She's really down on her health, but that's fine. Nearly death, nearly dead. Sounds good to me. Anything goes really at this point, because these guys don't have very specific resistances, so we're good there. Sabactus, welcome to the stream. Back to lurking. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I am enjoying it as well. Very much looking forward to all the things that this game has to offer. Bats over there, and we have something over here. We have a rapier that we don't need because I have one already, and Bloodstone over here. Bloodstone is a pretty cool song. Pretty cool song. I think it is Bloodstone. It is Bloodstone. And we got a helmet over here. And we have some Jasper and Agate. Let's put the helmet on you to cover up your face. It doesn't actually cover up her face, but it's still, she's ugly. She's not. She's not. So let's get out of here and see if the weather is let go, It's just a little bit better, maybe. Oh, it's lovely outside. Oh? Oh, this soundtrack. Look at this machine. There's 4 robed figures standing before another worldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. This guy. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes in a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. I know this room, by the way. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. And that's all that we got. And our companions are dead. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, the strange illness that we had, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your earring, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery. Also awesome band, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze reluctantly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the base at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinder and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Eodan and Kalisha lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. I knew the answer to answer your question, Icy Bear. I just was in the middle of that thing, so that's why I didn't say anything. But yeah, we do get all of this stuff back. So they're all gone. They're all gone, and yeah. Also, we get all the stuff when we open one of the bodies. It automatically loots all the things near. So get all of that. Can you hear it? Can you hear the voices? They're there. At the edge of the hearing. And we're alone with our little space piglets. Oh, also there's guys being tortured. Yeah. Not a lot of stories to be told there from the tortured guys, I would say. Saint Geran's Horn. We got these guys over here. So, these three guys joined this man. Vessel Blood. Vessel Flesh. Let me look at what Vessel Flesh is. If I can find it. This reeking flesh once held a bound soul. With its energy fading, the flesh is entering a rapid decay. It's gonna stay there for the rest of the game, but it's in rapid decay. And there's the machine. It's now working, though. This machine structure is formed of stone adro and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with unusual energy. Yeah. I know what it's supposed to do. Oh, you can't hear the voices? Yeah, so basically at this point in the game, our character is very worried. We also leveled up. But our character is very worried because we can hear voices at the edge of our earring. And that's all because of what happened here. And, we are gonna try and see what we can do about that, because if it's a disease, or because we also were feeling diseased, we want to fix that. So that's... I can bring the volume up a little bit so you can hear what I'm saying. Or what's going on. They're silent now. That's the pig. That was something else. Oh, they stopped now. Oh, they stopped. Yeah, but they were there for a little while. I didn't. You can hear them. Yeah. That's the voices I was talking about. It's not very easy to hear them with these sound settings. I'm sorry. But there we go. Let's level up, and we're alone. Okay. Man, she looks ugly. So we have stealth, which is not that bad of an idea. We have athletics, which wouldn't be a bad idea either, because we don't want to get too tired. Survival is going to allow us to have all these things being given to us when we sleep. The mechanics also is pretty decent, so I might go with mechanics. We'll see how that goes. Get the holy water. Okay, so let's go with... Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good to me. A couple of stealth and a couple of mechanics. That's gonna help us. And we have a new skill! Mind Wave. That's good. Tenuous Grasp. Assails the target's grasp on reality. Oh, that's the frightening thing. An antipathetic field. Mind Wave is better, I think. It does damage, and it makes other people prone. I think that's gonna be a little bit better. Foe AoE as well, so that's very important right there. I'm gonna go with Mind Wave. And we have a talent! Look at that. And now we're gonna spend a lot of time looking into this. Biting Whip. The Cypher's Soul Whip bites deeper, granting a bonus to damage. I don't understand what this is. It's a passive, but it's just a damage passive? Like, just I do more damage. I don't really want that, because I'm not a damage dealer. I don't want to be a damage dealer. That's why the Cyphers are so powerful. I don't want to be a damage dealer. Psychic Backlash. Invokes a retaliatory strike, stunning an enemy whenever they target the Cypher's will defense. Interesting. And it also accuracy -10 versus will for a stunned. Oh, that's what it does. Okay. Draining Whip. Enhances the draining power of the Cypher's Soul Whip, regenerating focus more quickly. Now, that is something I really want. And I will go with that, most likely. So that's the Draining Whip. Greater focus over here. Increases maximum focus. But it doesn't actually increase the passive focus, or the initial focus, which is something that I kind of want. Prentice's Sneak Attack. Allows the character to imitate the brutal, opportunistic strikes of a rogue sneak attack, taking advantage of the opponent when they are at their most vulnerable. So grants Prentice's Sneak Attack, which is like the sneak attack, but it's just that. And I suppose only works on sneak attack? Spirant's Mark over there. The character has attuned... Let's see, I skipped something. Yeah. So, nuanced faith in the gods has allowed this character to unleash a wave of spiritual energy similar to the priest's holy radiance. So once per encounter, grants... What does he do? Friendly AoE, extra endurance. No, actually, extra... a bunch of endurance. That's not bad. That's a lot of stuff over here. Aspirant's Mark. The caster has attuned themselves to the natural world like a druid and is able to focus its power on an enemy with the effects of Nature's Mark spell. And it does minus deflection, minus reflex for a bunch of time. That's actually a just general debuff, but it is a full AoE, so that is nice. We have some really, really good spells over here. This one is a Paladin Zealous Focus that adds accuracy in a friendly aura. This one is... Novice's Suffering does not apply to a druid's spear-shifting form. The character has learned a portion of the intense pain tolerance and spiritual prowess that monks possess. Their unarmed attacks do increase damage and gain power as they advance. That's interesting. Let's not go with that. Outlander's Frenzy. So, Barbarian's Tremendous Rage. It's a once per encounter... plus might, plus constitution, 25% attack speed, minus 10 deflection, and health and endurance. Concealed for... Oh, that's interesting. It conceals the endurance. Prestidig... I can never speak this one. Prestidigitator. That's not Tator, that's Tator. Prestidigitator's Missile. Or missiles. As a hedge wizard, the character has learned how to duplicate the effects of one of the most popular spells in Eastern Reach. Minoleta's Minor Missiles, which are the magic missiles from the, Dungeons & Dragons. Because the character does not use a grimoire, as a wizard does, the effect is not quite as powerful. So it does basically, once per encounter, a bunch of corrosive damage. That's pretty decent. That one long word, indeed. It's got a very short interrupt, but I think there's multiple projectiles. There it is. So it's kind of a very pointless interrupt, to be honest. And Rhymer's Summon. It's the Chanter's ability to summon skeletons. That's interesting for the Chanters. I like that, but let's not be a summoner. We're not going to be a summoner. And besides, the strength of the Cypher is not in casting other spells. If I have like a spell that I really want, I will get it. But the strength of the Cypher is in its own spells. It's good because it can kind of get spells from all over the place. And that's an interesting class because of that. The Wounding Shot is from the Ranger. We have that in our Let's Play. I know what it is. And the Veteran's Recovery. That's pretty good as well. That's from the Fighters as well, I think. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go with the Draining Whip right there. Very, very important. Because I just want to have those abilities. It's going to help me. Especially now that I'm alone. And I can cast, look at that, I have 10 focus now. I think it's because I leveled up. And I need to sleep. Major fatigue. Minus accuracy and minus maximum endurance. That's not gonna... we're not gonna sleep here. We're just gonna go. So here is the world map. Not a very big world map. It's big-ish. And also the expansion map is somewhere else. So we are over here in Silantlis. And we're going to Valewood. 6 hours. Let's go to Valewood. Yeah, to improve the whip. I think that's the best. the best thing to do. Here we are, quest updated. Let's see what that is. So we have some quests over here. Gilded Vale. It's said to be, that's where I'm going, that's the main quest. I've reached the Vale Wood. The village of Gilded Vale lies just beyond. Okay. And then I have the Visions and Whispers, which is what I was talking about, because this is not the illness that struck me at the wagon. That's the strange illness that we had. This is something new, an affliction of the mind, perhaps. With luck, someone in Gilded Vale will know what to do. So that's our main, this is the main quest, the Visions and Whispers. This is what we want. And we want to figure out what's going on, because something terrible must be going on. And we have camping supplies over here, which is great, because I might as well just take a nap. Can't do anything because I don't have survival. And this is the sleep screen. It's not anything special. Something you get used to pretty fast. And the sound as well. At least it didn't strike me as anything new when I heard it. There's the soul of somebody running through the river. Man, the rangers are so nice. Having a friend, an animal friend with me. We got a Zarip over there. Let me see if I can sneak in. Let me also save, just in case. Is he alone?
Stand together!
Yeah, I can sneak in. Okay, taking damage right off the bat. And didn't hit. I'm missing. I did a hit. 7. 4. He hit me for 1. 12 damage. I killed it. Yeah, I'm looking down here. This is quite important. Okay. Have some stuff over here. And we don't really want to go too far in this way. A bear cave. I don't want to go in there because that's a terrible idea. Fighting a bear by myself. It's a terrible idea fighting a bear with friends, let alone by myself. One of the really cool things that I like about this game's art style is how unsaturated everything is. It just gives it, oh, there's a young wolf over there. It just gives it a, this sort of hazy look that is realistic somehow. 48% chance to deflect. I got a hit, so critical for 10. And he hit me immediately for 3. And actually did 1 damage, not 10. It was 1.0, maybe. Okay. Okay. Can't really do much. Can I? Actually, I could do the Mind Wave. What's that for? Target becomes the object of confusive characters in a conical area behind the target painting. Yeah, it does damage. It does raw damage. It didn't. Grazes. Oh, it was a graze. Let's do another one. Yeah, that was a proper. Yeah. Okay. So we're doing well. This is very difficult, this map, to just do it alone. On maximum difficulty, Cloud? Man, congrats. I could never manage any solo character. I could never solo that thing. I've done it with a fighter. I've done it with a ranger, with 2 rangers actually. I've done it with trying to solo, I mean, and I've done it with a cipher because I still didn't have friends when I came over here the first time I played the game. But then again, it was the first time I played the game, so maybe that was the reason. So we have a thing over there for us to nap if we want to. There's actually an achievement to finish the game without sleeping more than 10 times. If I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that's on Tyranny or something. I don't know. Maybe that's on Tyranny. Damn thing, come on, says that guy.
How do you do?
The sooner you clear out of these woods, the better, I think. Okay. What's your hurry? I mean to follow my own advice. Come out of here to hunt, be a friend, and the friend basically died. He says something over there. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. Yeah, in any case, the forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before he takes me. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. We were following a stag. Pearly, that's the other guy, saw something in the brambles and basically got hit by a bear. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. In any case, the forest already cost me a friend. Who are you? Name's Naunton, he says. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. That's where we're going. I haven't been a spot of luck since. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. So where did you find that bear? In a cave. Okay, thank you. I know where the cave is. That's all good. Thank you very much for your tips and all that. You guys can... Well, pausing is kind of tricky here on Twitch, so... Yeah. Now, there is a really nasty bit of this map. Actually, I didn't explore everything. There's a really nasty bit of this map, which is to the east of here. And I really don't like doing this, but I will. But I kind of wanted to come back here with the... He's not. He's not, Cloud. No spoilers. I know about things. I know who he is. Said I wasn't gonna give spoilers. He's definitely not the end boss of the game or anything. No, he's not. We have a Zorib over here. Let me see if I can sneak in. Oh crap! Stay back. Switch weapons. I missed.
I'm here.
Okay, they're coming. Let's whisper treason on that guy. Don't attack him. Good. Is this gonna work? Okay, it's not gonna work. I need Ice Strike. Okay. Come on. It's the best I can do. Okay, kill that guy. Okay, good. Kill him. If I could whisper treason, that'd be good. Come on. Attack him. Okay. It's because I attack him immediately. Okay, we're safe. You stay there. No! Dang you. Okay, shoot him. Nope. Shit. Okay, I have Mind Wave. Low endurance, I know. What happened? Why did I heal up? Was I healing up over time? I think I was healing up over time. Okay. Keep attacking him.
Come on.
Come on, indeed. Might need to go with an Ice Strike or something. Come on. There it is. Or maybe... No, I should probably just go with a Mind Wave over here. Just try to kill him as soon as possible. Okay, I'm gonna need... this. Fast. There we go. Keep going. Come on. My god. Get another one. Good. Keep going. Our health is okay. Our endurance is not. Actually, our health is not. My god, this guy. Phew. Nasty. We're definitely not going to be able to deal with the wolves down there. There's wolves down there, and that is terrible. Okay. We got a little bit more stuff. And we have somebody that died over here. A quarterstaff. And a padded cap. I actually don't have a helmet. I should have. I should have a helmet. Yeah, there was a lot of misses. I don't know. I have a lot of dexterity. I was just unlucky or something. Oh, I can't use a padded cap. Of course I can't, because I'm a godlike. What is this? The struts and supports are large enough to be the ribs and vertebrae of a dragon. It's not. I don't think it is anyway. Okay, let's go down here. Can I go over here? There's some interesting stuff to explore still in this area. Night is falling, I suppose. Okay. Oh, don't sneak. Some blood moss over there. And nothing else. Okay. Now for the trickiest part. My health is 44 right now. That is not enough. Oh. Hi, Mr. Outlaw. How's it going? I got 1.0 damage. I'm definitely running away from you, sir. It's definitely not because you're ugly. Although that probably plays a part as well. I missed. Okay. Let's get Ice Strike. Fast. Good. Attack it and kill it. Okay. Come on. There it is. Okay. Took 3 damage so far. 4 damage so far. And that's a kill. That went really well. That went really well. We got a sword. We got a bunch of stuff over here. Really good stuff. You know what? I should get a little bit more deflection. This thing is not okay. I mean, this is a nice weapon, but I need a shield. I need something a little bit more. Can you sort that by cell value, high to low? Yeah. Okay, so we have 8 deflection and 12 deflection with minus accuracy. I can actually tolerate the lack of accuracy there. I think this is going to be a little bit better for extra deflection because I really need that, because that's not my best. So the fact that I can cast... Okay, there's a dead guy over here. The fact that I can cast the blinding strike right off the bat is really good. Anything, really, right off the bat is really good. Especially if I can... Okay, there's a wolf over there. It's gonna go bad. Okay, get out. That was 10 damage. That was 10 damage. Oh, yeah. That's terrible. Oh, they are so fast. Okay, let's see if I can cast... this. I'm so dead. It's absolutely impossible to kill these guys like this. I'm just gonna reload here. These guys are impossible. Adilagi, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. So yeah, this is just crazy.
I'd be glad to.
Welcome on in. Yeah, we're not gonna do this because I can't fight these guys alone. The wolves are absolutely impossible to tank. Like, if I could divide and conquer, I would, but it's just... I don't think it's possible. I really don't think it is doable. Maybe... Now, the game has a sort of a mechanic that allows me to kind of bring these guys... I see in the future. No, I see a notification that appears. You're always sorry, Adilagi. Don't worry, it's all fine. You know how these stuff goes up on YouTube if you want to check out. I had a lot of fun with character creation. Right now we're just kind of getting settled in. I know these I know these areas. It doesn't even need to be on maximum difficulty, but I know these. You see that? Yeah, but they all come, and that's the problem. They all come. It's absolutely impossible to do this. It's just death. So we're playing on maximum difficulty, and I know this area is not... I don't think this area is supposed to be done alone, because it is really, 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 really tough. So we're not going to mess with that. We're just going to... There's other things I need to do over here as well, but I'm still not going to mess with that. I don't think I can do that alone. Not in the condition I am in. Actually, I might be able to do that alone. Let's give it a try. Let's go over there and see and give it a try. And that guy over there is gonna have to wait. Let's see. And a touch more salt, says that guy. And now they see me. Yeah, so basically he's being held. Let's see if I can do that on you. Low health, I know. Okay. So you attack this guy. So see how that's gonna go. Okay. Duration is gonna last for a little bit, so we might be able to tank this properly. But we don't really have a whole lot of health, which is the problem. Okay.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, that's really... Okay. Just trying to see what the deflections are and all that sort of stuff. I'm missing a lot, though. These guys have high armor. Can't do it like this. And the guy's back. Yeah. It's not... I don't know. I'm not well equipped for this. So let's go back, and from here, we're going to Gilded Vale. We're actually going to end the stream right now, because I think it's a good opportunity.
I'd be glad to.
To you know, make a stop over here, because Gilded Vale is going to have a lot of us going around, and actually probably making if I can sell a lot of stuff, probably making a few characters, because I want to have a full party as soon as I can. So we're gonna have some fun as well next stream, which is gonna happen tomorrow here as well. Oh, Valaris, welcome to the stream, and I'm sorry you came over here. This stream, well, you can actually rewatch the stream here on Twitch if you want. You can actually, as you are rewatching, you can actually go forward and backwards. This is how you want to go. So, and also this stream is gonna be uploaded to YouTube, to my channel. So if you wanna check it there as well. But yeah, tomorrow at the same time, in the same place, you guys can join me if you want for a continuation of this battle, but of this campaign. I'm gonna go through to the end. Always here. Most likely is gonna be twice a week for Pillars of Eternity. It does depend on what's gonna happen with Fallout New Vegas, but yeah, the next stream is gonna be tomorrow. Yeah, the stream is done. I've been going for almost 3 hours now, so I could, Cloud. Why not? Actually, I got her name, Selenumbra. I think it was it you, Icy Bear, that suggested that? Or was it somebody else? Was it you, Drayden? Anyway, Selenumbra is an interesting name, and somebody suggested it, so I can definitely name you after them. The thing is, they're not going to stay in the party for very long, because I definitely want to get... I definitely want to play with companions that we had, that I have, because I really want to play with... I basically want to play with, with companions, and Solaris... What's her name? I don't remember. That ranger lady, I really want to play with her, and there's a few others. But yeah. So thank you very much for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a different sort of game, so it's a different sort of experience. Again, if you want to check the stream, it will be up on YouTube. If you go to my main channel page, that's www.youtube.com/ColonelRPG Gaming. That's my main channel page. At the bottom of that page, there's all the playlists with all the streams that I do, and it's also going to be available here on Twitch. If you go to past broadcasts, it's kind of tricky to find, but if you go there, it's going to be there for 2 weeks. So yeah, no worries, Laggy. You know, it's always fine. You know, it's always fine. Thank you for coming, and thank you for showing up. I hope you have a good day, because it's a work day ahead of us, isn't it? Well, ahead of you, and ahead of me is a night's of sleep, hopefully. But yeah, that's gonna be that for right now. Thank you guys so much once again, and I will see you tomorrow here at the same time, in the same place, here at the same time. See you later. Now, why does it freeze? Why does it freeze? What is that face? Ugh. It didn't even go away. It just froze for nothing.